So the people that don't know, this is Aaron Jeffries. He is a middleweight and he is coming back to the Contender series, I believe, in 6 weeks. So Aaron, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So you're going back. You're fighting Calo Borrallo. I don't know how to say his name. It's a bit of a.
Nobody does.
But anyway, how do you feel about the fight? And what's your plan going in? Yeah.
I feel good, man. I've had a long training camp. I moved down to Vegas for this camp. I've been training at Syndicate MMA. Tons of high level guys. It's been a long camp, man. I've been training consistently for like the last 6 months. I'm ready to go.
So who you been sparring with for this camp? You have any? Because obviously in your gym you got people like Sean Strickland. Who have you been training with for this fight?
Yeah, lots with Strickland, Michael Chiesa, Khalil Roundtree, Daniel Rodriguez, Sasha Platnikov. The list goes on, man. There's tons of solid guys here.
What challenges do you believe your opponent will bring?
He's kind of a tricky striker. He's a southpaw. He's lanky. He's got kind of a karate style, so it's a bit different from anyone I've faced.
What is your prediction for this fight? How do you see it going?
Just want to get a win, man. That's all I want.
So any method, basically.
Any method. And get
Okay.
that contract.
Last time you were on the Contender series, you fought Brendan Allen. Obviously, you took a loss in that. What have you learned from that fight? And did you learn anything useful that you can bring into this one?
Um, I think just the experience of being on Contender series is huge for this fight. Like I did my media stuff, and I've seen the Apex, I've seen the cage, I've made the walk. I know exactly how it's going to feel. I know what the change room feels like. I know what hotel I'm going to be in. So I think this sort of thing is huge.
So we spoke. I mentioned Sean Strickland earlier. He's having a fight at UFC 268 with Luke Rockhold. How do you see that fight going? Yeah.
I think Strickland's going to get a TKO in that fight.
How do you see the fight playing out up to the TKO?
I just see Strickland pressuring him and Luke kind of breaking under the pressure a little bit.
Also coming up is Alexander Volkanovski, Brian Ortega. I take you watch the sport quite a lot.
I do.
Okay, who you got for Alexander Volkanovski, Brian Ortega?
I'm gonna go with Volk. I think he's gonna kind of point fight him, land his shots, land his leg kicks, score some takedowns. I can see it being a 5-round decision.
Also on that card, the legendary Nick Diaz returns against another legend, Robbie Lawler. What's your opinion on Nick Diaz come back after all this time, and how do you see that fight playing out?
I don't think Nick's gonna look good. It's hard to say. I don't know what he's been up to in his off time, but I can see him coming back and just not looking great. I don't know. It's not a fight I'm super hyped up for, to be honest.
Most exciting of all, this weekend we have Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. There's a lot of mixed opinions on this fight. What do you feel about celebrity boxing in general, and do you have an opinion on this fight and the winner?
Celebrity boxing, I don't care about. Like if it's like someone that doesn't do combat sports, that's whatever. I like the Paul brothers, to be honest. I think they're good athletes, and I think they're doing good stuff for the sport and for fighters. I think it's cool if an MMA fighter can move over to that realm and make some good money. I think that's great.
Who do you think is going to win the fight, Tyron Woodley or Jake Paul?
Dude, I don't know. Tyron hasn't really let his hands go in his last 2 MMA fights. I mean, he should win, but again, I don't think Paul is not bad, man. He's a decent boxer. I could see it going either way.
Another weird fight that's been booked is Anderson Silva, Tito Ortiz next month. Who do you think is going to win that? Because obviously Tito ain't a striker. But how do you see that one playing?
I think Silva should piece him up because he's still pretty sharp on the feet.
See a finish, or because Tito's got a giant on his head, so it's pretty hard to get him out there.
Yeah, Tito's got a giant fucking skull on him. Probably a decision.
So anyway, thank you for coming on here. Anything you want to say to your fans before you wrap up?
No, man, just everyone check out the fight, September 28th, Contender Series.
Anyway, if you see Corey Hendricks, I interviewed him recently. Tell him I said hi. And thank you for coming on here, mate.
For sure. Yeah, man, no problem.
Hopefully we can get you back on in the near future.
Absolutely, man. I'm down.
Okay, bye, mate.